It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day. It's just another day.
Well,
Yeah, I did.
welcome to Just Another Day. I'm just gonna leave it blank with not like
David.
Adam?
Elliott. You guys looked at me like, well, I mean, technically David can't look at. Well, he.
I'm looking
You know
at
what the
you.
fuck am I saying? I can't see how David looked at me, but Adam looked at me like, are we really keeping that take? You know what? We are
I was
keeping that
I was at
take.
least waiting for the width. I was like, intro me.
Yeah.
He's like, please.
How am I supposed to
Please.
live? Give me an intro.
Man, I need an intro. Dude, I've had, oh my god, I fucked up my camera, but it's fine. I've had such a fucking adventure of a week because of just work and then trying to car shop and, uh, and then, so I've had trouble. I got back up. That's freaking me out. I'm sorry. My shit's all out of focus. How do I focus you? How do I focus you? That's not gonna
I
happen.
need to get in close with your palm. Do a little palm, then
I did
pull
that.
away.
Palm,
And then
palm heel
slowly,
strength.
There we go. Working.
I don't know.
To
Fuck
get
it.
back to where you were, you're very far
Anyhow,
away.
so I've been having problems, with my shoulder from that day when I was lifting, and then I did all the pumping, and I started researching because I woke up
Pumping.
today, like at fucking like 7 in the morning in sharp pain, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, what the fuck? And like I'm laying in bed, and I'm like, I have to get up, I have to like take ibuprofen or something.
Mhm.
So I did, and I'm sitting on the couch just doing research on my fucking like scapula and shoulders, which is like it's the left side that's been hurting like here, like deep
Right.
though, and like I don't have bruising, so I don't know. Like it was so confusing. I was like, what the fuck? Like I don't know what I did, and then I start
Well, wait.
researching.
Were you doing presses or bench? What were you doing?
So it was like a combo. It was the day. It was the
The
day
day
my
you did the
sup board
Arnolds and
came.
shit?
So yeah, so I did arms. I was curling, and then I was doing
Okay.
overheads, and then I was doing
Yeah.
flies.
Yeah.
And I knew like I was pretty tired after the flies. Like I was like, oh man, and I didn't stretch after working out. Classic, this is like literally how I think most of this stuff happens. It's like just not stretching after working out. But we came home, and my support was here, and I had to pump it up to see A, I want to see the full size, and B, I just wanted to get it to the max PSI to stretch out the board to make sure that, it wouldn't rupture and shit like that. I wanted to day
Yeah,
up.
sure.
So I did that, but it was a lot of pumping, and my
Mhm.
fucking like back, like I don't know, like my arms, chest, and back were so sore from just hunching down and doing the pump motion. It felt like a
Yeah.
fucking row machine. But anywho, like after doing all this research after that day, and it's been hurting for like a week, I was like, holy fuck. I strained my fucking back muscle on that side, my left scapula. I sprained or strained, because it was I was reading all the diagnoses, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, as I'm telling this, I just still it's freaking me out that I'm so out of focus. It makes me feel like an episode of like Creeped Out. Anywho, so I like did all the research, and I found out it's sprained because the fact that it's deep tissue, and the only
Mhm.
thing that makes it feel better is like massaging, and like occasionally, like, you ever do this and pop your shoulders like by hunching? I do that, and it just
Oh,
like
yeah.
it pops,
No,
but it doesn't relieve pressure. I was like,
I
fuck.
can't do that. I'm too jacked.
Yeah, your biceps get in the way.
Too much of a beefcake.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. But yeah, I found that out because they were saying if you tear it off the muscle, you know instantly. They're like, but when you strain it or sprain it, it feels kind of like a pinched nerve, except for a pinched nerve would go across your spine, and this isn't going across my spine. It's just staying isolated into one section. So I'm like,
Do you feel it like, let's say, behind your delt, like in your like towards your rotator cuff? Like if you lift your arm straight in
So
the air or above your head, does that hurt?
it's literally right here. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
basically like when I stretch, like I can do this, and it's not
Right.
terrible right now because I iced
Mhm.
it. But like if I go to sleep, like I can't have my arm certain ways. Like I basically just do this to
Mhm.
go to sleep.
Right.
And like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what a fucking dum-dum.
Oh, I've definitely done shit like that where you got to take
Oh.
like 2 or 3 days off, ibuprofen like a motherfucker to get the swelling out of it, get all that inflammation gone, and then just
Well, I just don't take like
kill.
anything. God, it's still driving me nuts. I don't know why. It's like my ADD brain. I'm like, God damn it.
I get that. I don't take anything like that either usually for it, but after a while you kind of have to.
Yeah. But that's the thing, is just like, I don't know. It's just like, what a fucking way to wake up to 30, you know? Like, I just laying in bed. I'm just like,
Well,
I wake up at 7, just like, oh my
my back
God.
hurts.
Yeah, it was literally like, the best way to describe it is like, you know, when you like, you get like a foot cramp or something, or your like leg cramp. Like, I used to get leg cramps
Oh
a
yeah, that's the
shit ton when I was
fucking
a kid.
that's
Yeah.
the devil,
And it's
dude.
just
Oh
like,
hell yeah.
and there's no way of like dealing with it except for just kind of like let it go, and eventually it eases off. Like, to concentrate and like massage near it so it goes down. Like, it was like that. I was like,
I
just
dude, I would have to point my toe straight back at my body
yeah,
and like do a
just
sit up,
bend it,
reach up and pull my fucking foot
just like
back to
like,
get that demon to release my
Oh
goddamn
yeah.
calf muscle. That shit was evil, dude. There was times when I woke up and I had to like have my mom or brother like help me stand up out of bed so I could like like push my foot down with my weight
yeah, and
because
just
I
fucking go up
couldn't
to the
rip on it.
wall. It's just
Yeah, 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 exactly. And then I wouldn't go to bed for like an hour because I would just stand there. I'm like, I need a banana, I need water, and somebody to massage this motherfucker. Because if I reach down to grab it, it's gonna cramp right the fuck back up.
Do you remember that I did that next to your dad's house, Adam? One day I was out there trying this trick for like 2 hours, and I didn't take a drink of water. And you're like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go inside and play video games." And I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna land this trick, and I'll be right in." And it was like 2 hours later without drinking or like anything, and I fucking started. I couldn't land it after like 2 hours, and then I was dehydrated because it was like 90 something degrees out there, and I was in like a hoodie and fucking baggy ass 90s jeans. So I threw up bile because of like the heat, and then I got leg cramps because I don't have any water in my fucking system. My fucking muscles just basically took all of it out, and I was just sitting on your curb, Adam, just throwing up and crying because my legs hurt so bad. I was like,
Yeah.
ugh. This is the fucking worst. And Andrew Hamilton just looks over and is like, "You all right, buddy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." He's like, "All right." And I was like, "Water." He's like, "All right, I'll see ya." Like, no, water. Like, that shit was awesome. No, that's like, dude, seriously, like, it was no joke. And it still isn't a joke. Like, right now, it's like fine because I iced it for a little bit. And then I didn't take any ibuprofen of late, but. And then I bought I bought 1-a-day vitamins now since I'm getting older. I figured I should probably start taking nutrients. See how
Honestly,
that goes.
I think the biggest issue that you ran into, I bet you kind of fucked up your angle on your chest fly, and you either
Oh,
went too deep or you just
I
had the
think I
wrong angle.
overextended like this at one
Yeah.
point with my left side because I was focusing on. I know I did too much weight for my like because I haven't
What
done
weight
it
did
in
you do?
forever.
What weight did you do on the fly?
An embarrassing number that's low.
Talk to me, Goop.
25 on each
Oh,
arm.
dude. Yeah, no, you ain't ready for that. I'd tell you to do like 15s or some shit.
Well, that's the thing is like last time we were at the gym, I did 15s, and then I was like, I just didn't feel like I got much of a workout, and then so this time I
Yeah,
overshot
but
it. And
the thing is though, too, that muscle's different. You got to activate it first. You should probably do more of a warm up then. You should start with like 5s or 10s and go to like almost like a failure until
yeah,
like your muscles are just beat, and then take the higher weight and then start going again. Oh, and maybe you should do a drop set, man. Maybe you should do 15s until you can't go, 10s and then 5s and just go drop sets.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lesson. It's a lesson learned. I mean, that's the thing is like I'm so used to the strength I used to have from when I worked in the fucking warehouse, and then I've been in a desk and not realized like, oh, just because I can run 3 miles doesn't mean I can still lift the amount of weight I used to lift. The muscle basically went from one side of the body to the other, and it's such a foreign thing to me. Like I'm used to like weighing like I think I weighed like 170 or 165 when I worked in the warehouse, and it was from like just lifting and drinking water and not eating. Like very unhealthy, but I had a lot of muscle from in just my upper body from just like that. And then I
Right.
started working at a desk, and it's like I grew a belly, and then I started running. So now it's like I'm skinny, but like I don't have any clear. I don't have big muscle anymore. It's like I went from fucking like, you know, a wide receiver body to like a fucking like triathlon skinny bitch. I want to make myself seem more muscular than I am, but I don't know. It's just weird. I'm not used to not being able to lift heavy amounts of weight, and I was just like, oh. And I think it doesn't help that like by lifting too much weight and then basically doing rows, like that fucking
Yeah.
just work the shoulders and back muscles more than like I should have. Cause like you don't
Right.
realize how fucking like hard it is to pump something until like you think like bike tires and shit, or like even like small inflatables or something. But like my stand-up paddleboard like has a fucking dual chamber on the ups and downs it pumps, and then you switch it so just on the downs at the two pump it, so each one on the downstroke it pumps, and then you switch it for the last like 8 psi to single pump chamber, like a standard pump, and it's like holy fuck, it's a lot. You put yourself into that thing to pump that bitch up. It was like right where a car tire is considered like low. I was like, Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a pain in the ass. I was like, could you imagine pumping like your fucking car tire up with that? Like you would just, there'd be no fucking point.
Right.
Like, let me get my tire up to 32. It'd be me doing that twice, and that took me fucking like 8 minutes to pump it up to there. A minute, or it's like, I don't know, like, it felt like the fucking hell. I was like, I haven't worked this hard in a long time. But yeah, and that's how I fucked up my back. And I was like, God damn it. But that's literally like all I could think about today. It was just like, I did that. It's gnarly.
I feel you. I've been trying to plan to go back to the gym because I still have my LA Fitness membership and everything, and that's literally like my favorite gym ever, dude. And I was
It's a great
going,
gym.
I was going so steady for like a hot minute during the virus shit, like when it was all first starting to hit.
Mm-mm.
They closed. I went back again. Everything was going real good, and then I don't even know what happened. I just got fucking crazy busy doing shit, running around and everything. I was like, I don't have time for this shit now. I'm like, oh fuck, I have to start making sure I can get in here. So I actually hit up the homie fucking Alan Yingling, and I was like, dude, like, I know you still got your membership, so like, when the fuck are we going? Because we used to meet there at like 6 a.m.
That's so
We were
funny.
We'd get there on the fucking early bird, and we'd be in there fucking working out, doing shit, working out, doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, when the fuck are we going back? And he's like, you know what? Next week. I was like, all right, fuck it, don't play me.
Don't
I'm ready
play
to
me,
go.
bitch.
I'm ready to go. I was like, I want to go fucking get this in. I want to go do this. I want to go fucking hit these fucking weights. I'm trying to get jacked again. I'm trying to get more jacked than I already am.
Get big, yo.
Trying to get real big, extra big. So like, I can't walk through doorways and shit. I want my shoulders to be, I want them to be so big that I gotta go in sideways.
Kurt Angle neck, where you don't
That's
even
what I'm
have like a
saying. Yeah.
straight line anymore. You just have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want to be fucking swole as shit in my neck only, though. You
His
know what I'm
head
saying?
looks
Like
like
neck.
it's sitting on the Triforce.
That man's neck looks like it's actually a tire. Like the man's neck is fucking absurd.
Dude, I literally, alright, hold on. I gotta look it up. Cause it's like,
What,
it's,
his neck?
dude, it's impressive. Like,
It is. It's on a George Corpse Grinder level of impressive.
like, it is fucking massive. I can't even find
I
a
mean,
good image of it now.
I can't. At this point, I'm not even sure if it's all muscle or if it's just multiple herniated discs in his neck trying to escape out of his body.
I don't know. I think it's he also does that TRT probably, and steroids clearly.
Oh, of course he. If you're in any fucking pro sport, you're on fucking some type of TRT, HGH fucking mix of crazy shit, doing nutty lifting. Fucking, I can't even handle the formulas, man. When they break that shit down, I watched a couple of those videos. They're like, yeah, you think this person's clean? Nah, they're doing this. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, I'll post it into the fucking banter board. The one I saw is just like, yeah, oh my god. That thing is just like, you look at that bump.
Yeah, he's getting extra net. That's got to be a herniated disc. Like that's got to be like
That's
his like.
cartilage built up.
That's what I'm saying. That's one disc that is slipped all the way out from the fucking top of his spine to the left side of his neck.
Man won a gold medal with a broken neck. You show respect.
He sure did.
That's one thing. Like, I don't think I'd ever like be able to get like that.
Yeah, like that.
Well, like think like remember Chris Hemsworth in like what was Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
And like he was just like a skinny but fit dude. And then like the next movie he does is Thor, and then like now look at him. Like that
Yeah, but
motherfucker's huge.
you could do a lot with that though. In the time he had a really good trainer, and he literally worked out like every day, twice a day, and
Still
was just
does.
doing all. He was doing all sorts of really like just crazy calisthenic workouts and everything, just using all sorts of angles, body weights, everything. Like he was just going on some
Like Liam
really cool
Hemsworth,
shit.
when him and Miley Cyrus were first going out, and he got like, or no, when they first broke up, and he got like fucking ripped, like unbelievably ripped.
Gotta show a bitch what she's missing.
I'm just
Gotta let
like,
her know.
yo, I don't know how people have that will or that drive. I know like it helps that companies pay them millions of dollars to be that fit. So like you can afford
Well,
to go to
yeah,
trainers and eat the meals and
exactly. They have the time and all the fucking resources. That's not shit that average people have.
like do you see the video of Kumail Nanjiani
That
showing like
man,
how he got to the state of fitness he got to in less than in like a year?
that man has to be on some bullshit. Like, I just can't believe that he's not.
He
You know
eats
what I
like
mean? Like,
a lot of food, like as much like so like he explained it on Men's Health or whatever, I think it was, or GQ, who knows, whatever the
yeah.
interview was, but he eats like a giant bowl of rice and then like a whole chicken, and that's like his starter
Chicken.
meal. And then like, you know, you lift, but he does lifting with the electrodes hooked up to the individual muscles,
Mm.
and like that's how they did it. I forget what that's even called, like where they shock your muscles to engage them while you lift. I remember
The unit itself, it's called a tens unit, but I don't know what the actual like term
workouts
is
called, yeah.
after that. Yeah,
Right.
I don't know what the actual like,
Because I
shit
remember
is after
Alex
that. But
Borman or Alex Dean, I forget her name now, but she did that. She was like one of those people that hooks you up to the machine and like basically trains people while they do that, like showing them the moves to do while lifting and calibrating like what they need and stuff like that, and analyzing their muscles. Like that was a job she had when she lived in Florida.
that's kind of tight.
And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, because some of the people like she would train were like, you know, CEO executive, like small women. And then like the next would be like, and she would show them on her Instagram because she have to promote. And it was like fucking giant, like bodybuilder motherfuckers just trying to get like their fucking like abs to go from like a normal 8-pack to like a 16-pack, you know, with the side abs. I was like, Jesus fuck. Like, I don't know how I'd feel about that. That'd be like touching the Christmas lights as you plug them in while lifting. You know what I
I've
mean?
I've done it before. My mom, because she had herniated discs and shit, they
Mhm.
gave her a tens unit just to keep her muscles moving and shit. And I saw a video on that shit, and I put the shit on my biceps, my triceps, and my forearms because they had 8 stickies, and I was using 6 out of the 8. And they have different settings where you can do a continuous like low stream pulse,
Or burst.
or you could do like a hardcore burst. And I tried everything on it, and I tried the burst, and literally like I was holding the fucking unit in my hand, and it's literally just a little box that runs on fucking 9-volt batteries. I fucking clicked it, and I put it too high, and I was literally electrocuting myself. And every like second, I was trying to reach back for the box because it was in my hands. With the first pulse was so jolting, it made me shut my fucking hands and just throw them in the fucking air. And I was like, huh! And I just fucking threw my shit all in the air. And the unit is like hanging down by my waist, and my arms are like being shocked back into my body. And I'm like, bleh, bleh, bleh. And I'm fucking trying to fight it, and I'm just getting shocked over and over and over. And then there's like little cords on it that plug into it, so I was able to yank the cords out. And finally, like after a couple seconds, my arms were like just in that shivery, shocking shit fucking state. And I was like, oh my god, because I forgot I had it on higher just because I was using it with the 2 pads. and I was just shocking like big ass muscles in different areas. I wasn't using it all in one fucking place. Because as soon as you put one of them bad bitches on your forearm, it makes you fucking squeeze your hand shut.
Yeah, it's
And I didn't do it on my
makes
yeah,
you do
exactly,
that.
just like that, yeah. And I didn't do it on my forearm yet, so I didn't fucking know. And I did that shit, and I fucking, but with both hands, by the way, fucking hit bam on and just, ugh! Yep, just like that, dude. I turned into a
Oh,
fucking T-Rex instantly. It was horrible.
Jesus Christ.
And it kept going. I was like, I just kept getting shocked over and over. It was like, oh, fucking every 1 second it would pulse again, pulse again. I was like, oh god.
Maybe I'll just do that instead of working out. Just play video games with that strapped to my chest. Just
Well, they make that fucking that ab core one that they show on TV all the time, where you just dial it
Yeah.
in and hold it, and it just shocks your abs like 24/7.
oof. Could you imagine how fucking painful that is? Or
It's
like,
not that bad. Once again, I did that with the fucking units. I've shocked everything on my body.
but like,
Oh, have you?
does that
Yeah, I did. I'm not even
Ew.
gonna lie.
Okay.
Okay, I did put a sticky on my wiener, and I totally wrapped it up, and it looked like a fucking little like a sausage in a bun. And I,
What are they called? The pigs in a blanket.
yeah, it was kind of like a pig in a
Yeah.
blanket, except I was overwhelming the blanket. It was more like pig on a napkin, and I was, and I fucking, I was like, yo, I gotta try it. So I just did it, and it just felt off. Like it just wasn't right. Like it wasn't
This
like
is not
tensing
good.
up or doing anything weird. I was just like, I have to take this off. Something's wrong. And it was one of those moments where I was like, yo, I shouldn't be doing this. Something about this is just not what humans should be doing. This is just not okay. I was like, I shouldn't fucking do this shit. This is just not right.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if I would do that. I
I've been
literally like. Does it
Yeah,
make
I
a well?
wouldn't.
So like, does it
yeah, you
actually
would.
develop a normal muscle? If done right,
Well,
like
the idea, all right, so like let's say you're like curling, right?
sell it to me, baby.
And you're tensing your muscle up because the biggest way, it's not doing just a curl that makes your muscle bigger, it's squeezing the muscle.
Hmm.
You want to squeeze it as tight as possible so then you're getting more chances to tear it down. So that flexing is help breaking down the muscle. When you put one of those pads onto whatever muscle you're doing, it's basically doing it for you
Hmm.
without you having any weight to do the actual work itself. So whenever you're doing that, you don't need any weights to do anything. You can just let it do the work for you. It'll fucking pulse your shit,
Interesting.
and it'll expand and contract the muscle without you actually having to do it.
So would it be
So
irresponsible of me to do that as getting my because like I have terrible like truly I do have terrible muscle control, I think. Like I'm not good at individually moving certain muscles like if literally Adam watched me for like an hour try to move a pec muscle to make it pop and it took me like forever. I just don't have like I must have something wrong with my brain where I don't have like the motor skill to do that. Like it's a
no,
weird
so
thing.
no, so what you're talking about, there is a word for it, and I can't remember if it's like neurothropically or something. It's a really weird word, but there is a word that means your muscle connected to your brain to allow you to flex individual muscles without thinking about it,
Hmm.
just by doing it because it's natural. But if you don't have that muscle built to the point where you can make those connections, it's not going to work. So if you don't have the proper muscle that runs from like your deltoid and your shoulder into the top part of your chest to make it flex, if you don't
Yeah.
have that on the top part
It's too
developed, you're not going to,
small or anything
yeah,
not there.
there's no connection that's going to be made because that really doesn't have enough to do what you're looking to do. So if you want to do that, you just have to work on that top part of your titty there. You work on that top part of your chest and you can do that.
But would it
'Cause it's
be irresponsible of me then instead to do that to develop the fundamental muscles so that I would be able to then eventually lift like proper amounts of weight? Like is that like an obscene concept to be like I'm going to shock muscles onto me so that I can use those muscles to lift to develop bigger muscles?
so here's the thing. If you do it, I'm pretty sure based on the research that's been done when you do this, it doesn't actually build the muscle. It's more or less toning what's already there the rest of the way.
Okay.
So it's gonna reach the potential of what's there.
So you're not gaining
But if you want
mass, you're just gaining
a, li-
strength,
a,
I
li-
guess is the
a little
term.
bit like a little bit like if you could fully juice your muscle and get all the blood into it and everything else where you're having a full pump,
Hmm.
that's kind of where it'll get you, which is good because you want as much blood flowing through the muscle as possible.
That's why you do
So
cardio before you lift. correct?
Or warm up, whatever type of
I
warm
don't
up,
know. You guys are the
whatever
fitness
gets
people. I'm a fucking.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
it's
Like,
whatever gets the blood into the area that you want to work.
okay.
That's the most important part. That's the most important part of the warm up is getting the blood where it's supposed to be.
Because what did you
So
tell me before, Adam? Because it was like, how did you do it? You did cardio, and you switched to bands now, right? But before, like, you had bands. What was it?
bands are great.
Oh, I love my bands.
Yeah, bands are intense, man. That plateau moment where like you don't think you're gonna get through it and then you gotta fucking force through it the rest of the way. Like bands are awesome.
Yeah. No, I do like interval warm ups, like 10 minutes on the bike or elliptical or something. Just do some intervals. And then I would lift, and then I would do cardio again at the end.
So is
Now
that
would
what
To
you
get the
do
blood
now?
flowing.
Would you do it in like an interval or would you do it like a hit? Would you go hard or would you just go casual?
Um, Definitely not a full hit. More casual intervals
Yeah.
to start. But for the warm up, I would do a more traditional hit or some tabata
So
at
what
the
is it
end.
like then? So like you do
Tabata.
like a 10-minute bike, or no, it's less time because it's a sprint, isn't it? It's like a sprint style to get your heart racing. So what
Yeah,
does
so
that
you
look
Honestly,
do
like?
like
yeah.
I would do like you could do even splits or you could do like a minute of high intensity and 90 seconds to 2 minutes of low intensity.
Yeah, that's
You're
exactly
just,
what I
you're
was
just
gonna
building
say.
your heart rate up.
So you go hard. So essentially, like you're saying is it'd be like because we don't have like a bike, but like all right we do, but I don't like it. But I treadmill. So you're saying like it would be like a dead sprint for the first like 90 seconds, then you do like a mild jog, then you'd have to lift.
Probably not like a mile jog. He's what he's saying is take like let's say you take let's just do it quick, 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna do a 5 minute rule. You're gonna take the first minute and do a sprint, right?
Hmm.
Then you're gonna do like a 2 minute cooldown, regular pace, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
like buh, buh, buh.
Yeah, and then boom, hit another minute,
Yep.
fucking straight work, put the effort in, sweat, get your heart rate up again, and then
Mhm.
another minute to 2 minutes off, and then you
And then
repeat
do
that
your
as many
workout.
times
Yeah.
as you want. Yeah, you would repeat that cardio option
So did you do?
until you don't want to do it
So
anymore.
you would do that run, that like exact run. Then would you go like do 3 sets of a workout, like of like say lifting, like if you were doing lifts, like would you do like I don't know what kind of I was gonna say curls, but that's not like a thing.
Let's say we're doing biceps and triceps. Let's say we're just doing an arm day.
Okay.
I would go and do, depending on what I'm doing first. Say
Mhm.
I'm going to do bicep curls first. I'll do a warm up set, real lightweight, 15, 20 reps, just to really get the blood moving in those muscles.
Mhm.
And then you do your lift for that. You do your regular curls.
Okay.
Then when you go over to do triceps, you do the same thing. Just for
Start
your
light.
first set. Start light, do 1 or 2 sets, high reps, super low weight, just to get that blood flowing. Then you do your normal lifts. But you only have to do like warm ups the first time you're working that muscle
Okay.
for the day. Because otherwise you're already warmed up.
Yeah, and then there's no point. The
Just by
muscles are
doing
used to being engaged. So
right.
and you're saying when you say sets, so it'd be like we'll say like 20 reps, like of low weight. Then
Hmm.
you're taking a cool down. So is your cool down literally just chilling for a moment
Probably just long
Yeah,
enough to grab the other
just get
weight,
your
right?
breath,
and then shake your arms out?
catch your breath and shake your arms out, stretch if you want to a little
Yeah,
bit.
And then you
yeah.
would do the next set of like say you
Then you do
add
your
five
set,
pounds
like
onto
say you're
each.
doing, or whatever your working weight is.
Yeah.
You do, your 3 sets at 10, 12, 15, whatever your reps are. You do your number
So essentially
of sets that you're gonna do.
you're doing four, or would you I'm trying to like I'm not
I
like
don't
I'm
I don't
literally a
count
clueless person.
Yeah, you definitely don't
the
count your warm up
I
because
don't count my
it's
warm
not
ups
enough
though.
to fucking hurt you. It's just
Yeah.
enough to get you warm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
like
that's all.
in this case sets, are you doing like because in my mind when I think sets I think of like because I do hit like I do cardio shit, so in my mind it'd be like jumping jacks, then you do like squats and then another workout and then that's one set and then you repeat that. Is that essentially what you
Good.
do
Yeah.
with lifting? Is you would start with like say curls and then you do tricep, like I don't know, a tricep workout, but
Yeah. that's a way to do it. That's like
The
circuit
side
training.
one. Is that what yours is then?
No, I don't really do circuit
Oh,
training.
so you just do your
I'll
like
just do
if you're doing
I'll do
bicep,
biceps.
you do a bicep, and then
Yep,
like
I
just a
do.
standard curls,
Yep,
and
and
then
I'll do
you
like
move on to another workout afterwards where you do a warm up,
yeah,
and then that would just be tricep exercise.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or I'll
yeah,
do
this
like
is just
bicep to bicep to bicep, then I'll go to tricep, whatever.
oh, so like literally it'd be like curl, do your 3 sets, or and then increase the weight,
Mm,
whatever,
yep, and then
and then your next
move to
workout
another
would be like side lunges or something. I don't know.
whatever you wanted to throw into it. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because like I legitimately have since we have a nice gym here, I'm actually considering like I should probably learn to lift weights better and be, like physically get accurate. But the one shitty thing is just like I think because I went from a lifting body to a runner's body, I've lost all those fundamental muscles for heavy weight lifting, and I haven't used them in like 5 years or whatever since I haven't worked in a fucking warehouse. Just
You're gonna
been
have to
like,
Yeah.
take
So
some time to work on it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's gonna need a
yeah.
minute.
don't do heavyweight.
Yeah, don't
Just
take it.
do
Hey,
lightweight
lesson
stuff.
already learned.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be
Your
curling a
form
20
down.
or a 25. You should take like a 10 or a 15 and work on that. Warm up with. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but if you,
Hmm.
all right.
Well,
So when
five
you're
Warm up
weights,
with
yeah.
fives.
Yeah.
when you're curling, right?
Hmm.
Like you know how if you're doing 3 sets of 10 or whatever, you might be doing 20, 25, whatever you
Yeah,
got.
I think like what I was doing was 10. I did 10, 12, 10. Was like my thing.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that's just like that was just
Fine.
my brain. I was like 10, 12, 10 is like a good amount of like reps. So start with 10, then 12, then 10
Yeah.
for the finale.
well
But
that
Pretty traditional.
yeah.
10 to
that
12 reps for a set.
that particular thing you're doing though, that's not really gonna gain you muscle. That's more or less just gonna tone what you already have then. But that's where you have to start.
Hmm.
Because you're gonna want to start there, and then once you get used to it, that's when you'll drop those and then pick up like you do. Let's say you're gonna do 3 sets of 10, but instead take your 15s first.
Okay.
Do a set of 10, and then increase the weight by 10, and then only do it for like 6. Then throw the weights back, and then go ahead and resume what you were doing previously. So it might seem like you're not doing anything, but shocking the muscle with the heavier weight
Yeah.
is what
You're
makes it
tearing
really.
and breaking down the muscle to grow bigger.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
can show you stuff when I come down.
Yeah,
You want?
teach me. Yeah, you can use our gym here. Well, it's actually
Good,
a
because
fairly nice gym and a pool.
I want to go back to the gym. I'm not going until I don't have to wear a mask when I'm
Yeah,
Well,
working out.
so what the fuck are they? I don't know how PA is, but here it's like you literally can just like do whatever the fuck you want.
well, the whole
It's
nation is supposed to
everything's
be good now. Like if you're vaxxed, you're no mask. That's supposed to
Mm.
be the rule. If you're vaxxed,
it,
no mask.
it depends on the business.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well,
because
yeah,
gyms
but I
are
mean that's
privately
It's
owned.
up to each.
yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's just the current ruling, from the president. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Oh
like
yeah.
who
like
am I to disagree?
your big stores and stuff, you can go in without a mask. Like whatever. I haven't heard anything from Planet Fitness yet.
I haven't seen anybody truly enforce anything. Every time I look somewhere, I see a group of people not wearing them, a group of people wearing them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
just do what I feel like if you're vaxxed and you're good to go and you feel comfortable, do whatever you feel is right and just go on about your
Bruh, I got
day.
shot number 1 down. I gotta wait on number 2 is in like 3 weeks. So
I'm waiting for my details about getting my shtick.
just sign up, brother.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
I just want to get it done, just be over with it. Just one more body fucking vaxxed up.
I'm
yeah.
just
Just go
like
sign up.
yeah, like it's crazy because like I had a conversation with my dad today about it, and he was like, "I ain't doing it. They've only done like a year of research," and I wanted to be like, "Well, actually, they've done several years of research. It's just now they have the funding to read the data and the amount of resources because every country's behind it." Like I wanted to be like, "This has existed for a while. It's just now they had money to produce it and prove it." You know what I mean?
I
It's
mean,
like a new tire
I
just came out.
also
You know?
I ain't even really tripping. So like, just stick me, and then can I just go outside? Can we be done with this? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna be too particular
Yeah,
about it. Like, am I good? Are we done with this shit? Like, it's not. I'm not one of those people who doesn't believe the virus exists, but I do believe in all the benefits that came out of this. Like, flu numbers were down significantly this year. Cold numbers were down significantly
absolutely.
this year. Like, obviously
Jobs were proven
people.
to be performed at home, so people
Yeah,
can
you
actually
know,
raise their families.
Hell yeah.
it's funny you said that because I was just talking about that because Samsung just released a commercial for their new 8K TVs that they're putting out, but
Mhm.
now they're releasing them with fucking like 4K cameras built into them, so you can do presentations and everything from home with
Yeah,
your Skype calls,
it's
Zoom
genius.
calls. Yeah,
Yeah.
School.
it makes perfect sense. Like, who the fuck needs to go to these buildings? Like, it never going to work at a building full of a bunch of bozos just to get sick has never made sense in the time of forever. I never get sick unless I go somewhere with a shit ton of people, and it's always because you find one asshole walking around coughing and just
Yeah,
spitting on
well,
everything.
think about it. Most places, PTO and sick time are the same thing, unless you're
Yep.
working for
No, you're right.
like
Nope. That's
a
pretty much
company that's
exactly
good.
what it is.
PTO and
Yeah.
sick
Pretty
time are the
much.
same thing. It's like that's bullshit. Like, can we not establish if a motherfucker is sick, stay the
Stay away.
fuck home? Like,
Don't worry,
why do
that
we?
one
Why?
guy's productivity is not gonna hurt us.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wouldn't you rather somebody stay home, take fucking cough medicine, and like maybe miss 2 days and then be in like the next day? But no, we'd rather have them come in and try to get shit done. So like, and sneezing and touching things. And it's like, even like I tried explaining to people before, I was like, they're like, well, you got hand sanitizer. And I was like, hand sanitizer doesn't actually like, it kills 99.9% of germs. I'm like, but like germs can sit on top of hand sanitizer. It's like they don't penetrate hand sanitizer is the point. But
Right,
they'll
yeah.
fucking sit on top of it. It's like it's the same reason if you got a petri dish and you put fucking antibacterial hand sanitizer in there, right? Yeah, where that is sitting on top of, no fucking bacteria is gonna grow in there. But on top of the fucking surface of it, yeah, bacteria will grow. It's just
Yeah,
the way
it's
it
only
is.
well, that's the thing. The alcohol in it, which is basically all it is only going to last so long,
Yeah.
evaporating.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot you can do with it, but that's it's whatever. I mean, at least the numbers are kind of starting to go down and things are looking normal.
Yeah.
So
I'm just hoping
now
we learn, man. I just hope we fucking understand that, like,
I think
give people
I
more
think
PTO and give them sick days and give them like
see, well,
legit benefits.
I don't even think you're gonna see that as much because now that people can just work, I don't see a lot of jobs that are now work from home going back to work. I just don't see it because you're gonna have a fucking uprising just with your employees who are like, if I just did this whole job for a year at home and had no issues, why the hell would you ask me to drive a 20 to 30-minute commute back here?
Yeah,
Any
legit.
idea? Any idea how much money I'm saving being home right now? Like, I have my food right here. Like, dude, it's the dream. You're like, oh, okay, I'm done with whatever I'm doing. I'll go make my fucking lunch now. I'm not going to McDonald's. I'm not going fucking out. I'm not spending extra money. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
cook the
literally
fucking
can
food I
eat
have
while
right here.
working,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and
You
not
can
have
just
to worry
continue to
about it.
just get the shit out of the way. Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid. So stupid.
Well, that's the thing I try to like figure out. I'm like, companies are saving like millions of dollars by not having to have a building and all that
Toilet
bullshit.
paper, soap, fucking extra electricity,
Yeah,
fucking buying chairs, wear and tear on just desks,
my camera's
computers, everything else.
super
Like,
delayed. Gotta like fix
it's
that.
what, your camera or
Yeah, it's just delayed. It's weird. I know, but no, it is
is your
like a
you're
thing.
having a
Like
lot of camera issues today.
I know I fucked with it, and that's what happens. Nah, like it is crazy because like in my field, like I'm back in the office. Like we're like almost. I think we're gonna be back to like full capacity in a month, which is whatever. It's just people, but it's still just mind blowing because it's like holy fuck. Like why can't people
Look,
work from home?
I mean, yeah, it's a little crazy. Like, if you don't really need the people there,
But then again, my industry's built on people being in an office, so.
well, partially. I mean, really, you only need people in a showroom. You don't need people in an office.
Well, no. But I'm saying like because we furnish offices, if we encourage people to go remote, then what the fuck is the point of my industry?
I mean, you could still sell the exact same setups for at-home setups. I mean,
Yeah, but people don't want to pay those prices.
they will when the company's going to foot part of the bill. I mean, the company's still going to have to provide something.
I don't know, man. It feels like a lot of them are gonna take this as an opportunity to like cut corners and basically be like, you use your laptop, and it's like, all right,
Well, one of the first places that ever offered work from home that I never got to do was when I worked at CenturyLink back in the day, and they were
Mhm.
like, basically, the only thing you need is you buy this like stupid little landline phone. You put that in your house, you connect it to your phone line, then connect it to your computer, and whatever it was the trigger point to basically get the phone to ring through your computer.
Mm-hmm.
So it was using a landline and not a VoIP because VoIP versus landlines have actual different laws. So they were like, yeah, this makes it fucking this. Then you can do this, and you could just work from home. You could work 12-hour days from home if you want. You could do whatever you want, and you can set up whatever shift you want. Boom, 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 boom. And of course, right around the time when I was getting ready to do it, I was like, goodbye. I'm
Fuck
leaving.
off.
I was like, I'm out of here. Peace.
That's crazy.
Deuces.
I got red vines, baby. I'll show up happy to find these organic red vines because I wanted to watch a movie yesterday. It was just
I was
success.
I was eating fucking I got Tropical Sour Patch Kids, and I watched that Zack Snyder zombie movie, Day of the Dead. No, it's not Day of the Dead. What the Dust?
Army of
Dusk
the Dead?
Army of Dead. or
Army of
something?
Dead. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Not super hot fire. Like it's okay.
I've heard it was a bucket of shit.
Honestly, man, the ending is really fucking stupid. So I just put that out there. Like they kind of made that really fucking dumb. And there's moments where like there's clear moments. Like it's a zombie movie. People
Mhm.
fucking die. But every time somebody's about to die, you're like, why didn't they just do this? It's not to the point where it's like, oh, they couldn't because of this or whatever it was. They just legit don't care. They're like, we're killing this person. This is just how it goes. And I'm like, this is why I don't really like Zack Snyder shit.
Yeah, he's a
Like
fucking
this is
idiot.
like case in point why I'm not the biggest Zack Snyder fan. But still, it's worth at least a watch, and then you just go on about your day and fucking talk some shit about it. Like, I'd rather watch fucking
Just watch
any
Hubie
Romero
Halloween.
movie. Yeah, fuck it. Hubie Halloween is a better zombie movie than
I mean,
fucking Army of Dead.
I think it technically is, in my opinion. It's a
Yeah,
great
sure,
movie.
sure. I'm with that. I can get behind that. I'll gladly say that.
Oh fuck!
If
I
I
didn't get to. Oh, go on, go on.
no,
I
I was
just
gonna say like if I
remembered
can
something.
handle the smoke from the Mormons in Utah, I can handle the smoke from Zack Snyder.
I don't think he has many fans.
Apparently he does, but I still don't think Watchmen was that good either. So
It's
it's a
probably the
whole
same
thing.
people who still wear Ed Hardy shirts and fucking wear those True Religion jeans with like the fucking rhinestones on them and shit.
See, that's funny you said that because that was the exact outfit that Bane was gonna wear in those terrible Nolan movies. But like, there was just that one moment where Christian Bale was like, "No, Tom Hardy, you can't wear Ed Hardy jeans, or sorry, Ed Hardy shirts and True Religion jeans and all this other shit. Like,
God damn it!
you have to at least wear some type of mask." And he was like, "Oh, oh, but
I want
Christian,
to look cool.
I'm bringing a new spin to Bane. He's not
Look,
gonna be Mexican, and he's gonna be so much cooler than you've ever fucking seen." Like,
I just want people to understand I'm not Zoidberg. Like that's basically what he is. Robot Zoidberg.
I hate everything that he's done now, and the Venom movie's no fucking exception. And Venom 2 looks like fucking trash.
You didn't like Mad Max?
Not really. I don't know. I thought it was okay, but I didn't understand why everybody was so hyped up about it. Like the effects were cool, but I didn't really think anything else of it.
I don't know. Chelsea and I saw it in theaters, and it was like it was an experience. Like I'll tell you what, man, that was a movie like to see in theaters, and it was like literally Chelsea and me, and like maybe two other people. It was an interesting experience, and it was like IMAX. It was fucking huge. It was like, why is nobody seeing this film? It is fucking beautiful.
So when it came to like bringing back a 80s type fucking movie like that, I just really enjoyed significantly more the Blade Runner movie with fucking Ryan Gosling. Like
See, I
way, way
didn't see
more.
that.
I thought it was pretty tight.
Well,
And
I
I
like
think
Ryan.
I have fucking super high hopes for that Dune movie coming out too. Like I think that's gonna be fucking incredible. I can't wait to watch that.
Is that on HBO yet? I
It's
don't think it
going to
is.
be, but it's not on there yet. I forget what the date is on it, but they do have a slated fucking time slot for it for when that bitch is gonna drop, and I'm excited.
Did you bet on Vegas yesterday?
Don't remember.
Because they had a great game, from what Chelsea's mom told me.
I think I took the over,
I think that's good. I think they hit it.
but I parlayed it, so I think I lost one of them.
Oh, no matter what.
I won 3. I got 3 out of 4. I lost one of them. I forget what I lost.
Sorry to hear that.
Ah, shit happens.
Oh, yeah, I can give you an update on my car situation.
Yeah.
I went to look at, Jettas, and this one was like a 2009 R-Line.
Mhm.
Habanero orange with a sunroof and white leather interior, which I'm not too
Habanero orange.
hot about, like the tan white whatever the fuck leather.
I get that. It's kind of ugly. I wouldn't fuck with that too much.
Yeah, that was like 17 grand for this car that had like 20,000
Whoa,
miles on
what?
it. And I was
For
like,
an 09?
no, 2019.
Oh, 2019. I thought you said 09. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
No,
That
but
can't be real.
I went to look at this thing and I was like, talk to this dude, and I was like, hey man, I want to test drive this, and he's like, all right, let me go get the keys. And I was like, sweet. So we're sitting there, we're scoping it out, and there's a few dings on it, like, standard bullshit. Like some asshole opened their door and hit your car type of shit.
Right.
And I'm like, all right, I can overlook these. I was like, it is what it is. We get the keys, and he's like, yeah, go ahead and take it for a spin and come back. Let me just take a photo of your license. Yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he explained all the features, and I'm just like, yo, just fucking leave so I can turn this car on.
Yeah.
So we turn the fucking car on,
Uh-huh.
and the wrench pops up, and the check engine light's on. And I'm like,
Oh, awesome.
what the fuck? And I was like, well, maybe, and I'm looking at the thing, and it's saying, like, oil change and service. And I'm like, oh, maybe that could be it.
Okay, yeah.
So we take it for, like, a quick jump on the highway and get it back because I wanted to see how fast I can get it to go. Just because, like,
Sure.
that's a thing here in Houston is just, like, you need to be fast
Right.
to outmaneuver the people who can't fucking drive. So, like, it went, but it felt like something was off with it. Like, it didn't have, like, the full turbo engaging, which to me was like, that's weird. Clearly
I mean,
somebody probably
there
never
could be
changed oil in
lag.
it.
It could have turbo. It could have issues with the turbo, but also it's probably like a 1.8. Even a 1.8 with a turbo is pretty fucking slow, to be honest with you. That turbo
Yeah,
just brings that those turbos are so small in them, man. Like if you're gonna get anything, make sure it's at least 2 liters and up. Like a 2.4 or 2.5 is
yeah.
definitely
But I was
gonna be
like,
more in your
what the
wheelhouse.
fuck? So then I was like, all right, I'm not buying a fucking car that has a check engine light. Yeah. They had another one that was the same model, same year, same color, but an SE instead of the R line.
Okay.
The only difference is, I guess, the lines on the body are slightly different. Like the R is built
Some
rally
interior
style,
differences
yeah.
too. Yeah, there's a little interior difference,
Well,
but
this
nothing
one they
crazy.
literally were the same, like interior, same engine, same everything else,
Oh, really?
sunroof, everything. It's just the difference were the lines
Hmm.
on the side of the body. And I was
Jeez.
like, all right, let me take a look at this one. And he's like, "Oh, it's the same car. And I was like, yeah, but it's also like $600 to $800 cheaper. I just want to turn it on. And there were cars blocking it from me being able to move it. It was like parked in. I was
Right.
like, I just want to start it in here. And he's like, all right, well, here's the keys. Like, let me know if you need anything. I fucking start that one up. The engine's turning over, and it sounds like there's a bunch of little stones inside it. It's like, I was like, what the fuck? And then the fucking light comes on that the front tire's flat, passenger side. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, Charles, go take a look. Sure enough, the fucking thing is a flat tire. I was like, yo, we're fucking leaving. We are not dealing with
So
this shit.
so wait, let me ask you this then.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to like a random mom
No,
and pop type place, or did you go to a fucking
I went to a
like
Volkswagen
Volkswagen?
dealership
Wow, and
in
that's what the.
West Houston. It is
I
crazy.
mean, what I'll also say is I don't really fuck with Volkswagen as
Yeah.
much. Like you should definitely get something Japanese for sure. You should definitely pick yourself up. I hate saying it because I don't like it, but you should get a Honda or a Toyota.
Yeah.
Preferably a Toyota, but Honda, even a Honda would be fucking better. Like, dude,
I'll have to take a look
Volkswagens,
in my price
Euros,
range.
Euros are cool, but Euros are fucking expensive when it comes to everything that needs to be done to fix it. Like
Mm.
honestly, I think you're gonna catch a better deal on a certified pre-owned Toyota than you will a fucking
I'll tell you what,
uh
though, that shit was like,
Volkswagen.
I couldn't believe they're trying to sell a car with a fucking check engine light. I was like, yeah. We asked Joe's dad, we're like, yes, did you ever sell cars with check engine lights? He's like, fuck no. That's like, you don't do that. And he's like, and even if like the check engine light's gonna come on, you tell the person ahead of time. He's
But
like,
that's one of the problem with all those fucking like emission things and everything with Volkswagens. Like they're just known for shit like that. They code all the time. Like it's just a
mm-hmm.
matter of time when it's gonna code. And I wouldn't doubt if those whoever owned those cars before they made it back to the dealership, because it was probably on a 3-year lease.
That's what I
And they
assumed.
probably,
Yeah.
they probably just recently got there. Those people probably treated them like shit. They were like, "It's a fucking lease. What do I care?" And they just probably beat the piss out of it.
Yeah. I was just like,
And
holy fuck,
it's
man.
yeah, that sucks. That fucking, of course, like not only, I can't believe it was making that type of noise because then either there's something possibly in the turbo, which it probably shouldn't have been engaged anyway if that one also had one,
Yeah.
or it could have been something that they could have had somebody fucked up the starter and pushed the button too many times or whatever while trying to start it, and it just fucking turned over and busted some teeth.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Who
Like, we
knows?
couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, yeah, what the fuck is this? Like, I
Did
drove
you
like
look up any
40
reviews
minutes.
on that dealership afterwards? Possibly. Did you see if there's any other
No,
like?
it had good reviews.
They
I was
don't.
just like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck it was. It was like luck of the draw, but we were like, what the fuck? And then I checked another
Well,
dealership that was like 30 minutes away, and
yeah.
every car was from 2014. And I was like, not
What?
a fucking chance.
Where'd
Am
you
I
go to the
paying?
Volkswagen?
Yeah. The reason I don't want to
Oh,
buy anything from before 2018 is because when the last hurricane came through, it like flooded Houston like horribly, and everybody's
Okay.
cars got
right.
fucked. So I'm like, no, I'm not buying any cars like younger than 2018. Like I preferably want a 2020, 2019,
Well, let me ask you
or
this
brand
then.
new at this
So,
point.
well, let's say, so which do you have a price range right now? Since that car is already like 17
I'm
G.
only looking to have like a $300 payment, which is like
Okay.
it's fair. Like it's basically saying like I'm either gonna put 2 grand down on something 17K, or I'm gonna put 2 grand down on something like between. I've been looking between like truly it's like 12 and 17, hoping for like something 15 grand and like
Yeah.
within the year range that's not a fucking tiny, tiny, tiny car. Like not a fucking
Sure.
uh I don't even know the fuck like the tiny little Nissans.
Well, like the oh man, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Why the
Yeah,
fuck am
those
I
fucking
blanking
little
on it?
boxy ones that are
The
like,
Versa, like the Nissan Versa, like
well,
that little
even Versas are
little
I
guy.
would take over these fucking things. I forget what they're called, man, but they're like the little squared off ones that are all
You're
over the
talking about the
place.
You're talking about the Juke, are you? Like the
No,
weird
no, the
little.
Juke has the big hips. The Juke's like
Yeah, I was gonna say that one's got the weird fucking back end on it.
yeah. It's got like the what the hell, Norbit, that chick from Norbit, like them legs. It's got that trunk.
It sure does.
Yeah, let me see if I can fucking understand what I'm saying. No, but yeah, I'm not looking for anything too expensive. But like, here's the other thing: it's like if I since I'm looking to buy a house, I don't want to get something that's going to make my debt ratio go up. You know,
Nobody even looks at those that much anymore. That's a joke.
I mean,
If anybody truly looked at those, the housing bubble wouldn't have happened in the first place.
well, that's why they start looking at them, is because of the housing bubble.
Ah, they still ain't looking. Mortgages are still going out at fucking alarming rates. They don't give a shit.
Dude, I gotta figure out what the fuck.
Housing bubble 2.0 is 2023.
Well, I
Probably.
mean, so here's the crazy thing I was learning is like a lot of people are gonna fucking get rid of it. Like they're not gonna be able to afford their homes, so they're
Yeah.
gonna fucking have to dump that shit. Maybe I'm not thinking Nissan. Am I stupid? Mitsubishi, maybe. Anywho, yeah, no,
Anytime I see a Mitsubishi, I'm just like, where did you come from? Like, just that's just a car that you don't see anymore.
yeah. Oh fuck, what is it called? Yeah, the Mirages. Yeah,
Oh
people be
shit.
dropping.
Okay.
Oh,
You see a lot of Mirages for sale here because they start at 14 grand.
That's like a fucking Chevy Trax. Like you can just get one no matter what.
Yeah, dude. Like I would like if I built the best one, the carbon edition. Oh no, there's an SE that's 17 grand. Like I could just get a new one of those and just be the coolest guy on the curb, right?
Yeah, right.
Get a
That's
bright
exactly
yellow
what it
one.
would be.
Everyone would be like, "Yo, Elliott is like the coolest whip."
Yo, this guy fucks. Swear to
I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna deep dig it.
God.
It's just like ridiculous. 250 a month for 36 months. 29999 3,000. Just fucking round up. Do it signing.
3,000.
That's hilarious, yo. I would have the fucking coolest car. Bright yellow fucking Mirage.
Ugh.
Oof. Oof is right,
Oof.
dude.
Oof.
See, the reason I don't mind getting like a Jetta or a smaller car is because I don't have anybody out here to tow around. I don't have like we hang out with Johnny, and he's got his own whip.
True, but you never know.
I'm not making any more friends in life. Are you fucking kidding me?
You
I've
might.
literally
You
had
never
Adam and
know.
I've had Adam and Johnny in my life, and well, since middle school, and then you since high school.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
mean, shit,
gaining new
still, but
friends.
like,
like,
you never know, man. I make new friends all the time. I'm just like, what are you doing? They're like, you want to hang out? I'm like, all right, we're here now, aren't we?
yeah,
We're
but
here.
like Chelsea and I had that conversation. She was like, I don't think I've made a new friend in like 10 years, and I was like, well,
Oh, she's a
Bullshit.
liar.
I
First
was
of
like,
all,
well,
yeah,
yeah, you
she's a
have.
fucking liar.
I
Yeah,
was
She's a
like,
she
fucking
lies.
liar.
I was like, what about
Yeah.
your work friends? And she was like, well, they're people like I work with. She's like, legitly, like met
Oh,
a
is
random
that
Ooh.
person.
shade? Is that shade? Are
Nah,
we
I don't know
talking?
if it's shade, but it's just
People
like
are gonna hear this. You
I
can't
hope.
say this right now. Yeah.
Nah, I might be putting words and
Everybody
embellishing.
she worked with is like gonna start texting you, fucking bitch.
You fuck. Nah, it's
We
just one
were
of those
fucking
things.
tight. I bought you shots.
I thought
You
about that too. I
whore.
was like, have I met a random person at like a restaurant or like bar and just been like, oh, this person seems cool. I want to be their friend. Like, no, most of the time it's people you work with or like a friend of a friend is brought over and you're like, I'm gonna be friends with this person.
Best friend.
Like, I don't know. Like I've literally established. I was like, besides maybe my video game friends, but like I consider them friends, but they're not people that I see in real life.
You never know though. You never know what's gonna happen, and you never know who. You don't know what you're gonna happen out there. You might meet some people out there. You're just like, oh shit. It could be the same way. Like you might find cool people at your fucking work. Probably not. You're probably old as shit. But I'm just
The
saying, like
monarch.
you never know like who you're gonna meet and fucking when. You're just gonna be like, yo, I'd be chilling with this motherfucker now. It just is
Yeah,
what it is.
I don't know. It's just like a weird thing. Like I think about that every once in a while. I'm like, do I think as an adult I could make adult friends? Cause like it gets weird. Cause like people our age are like having kids,
Yeah.
or you get the people who are still in high school mentally and they just want to hang out all the time, and they just like
Right.
show up. Like you get those people. Like
Yeah.
I'm not throwing people under the bus, but I'm just saying like it's like shocking how many
Nah, who you talking
people.
about? Who
I
you talking about?
I don't say shit.
Just
No,
say it.
it's just like crazy. Like when I see that shit online, and I'm just like, man, like, what do you do like with your free time? Like I know I spend mine like just fucking decompressing from having a real job and stuff like that. Like that's kind of like the most adult thing I've learned going into my 30th year of age is like I've realized like holy shit, most of my free time is spent decompressing from trying to earn money so that I can do fun things.
Yeah. Can't
And
do
like
shit without money, man.
yeah, and you see the people who just don't have that problem, like they just like have family that will give them money, or like they are in a situation where like they don't think like, oh, I should have a savings account. Like, you know what I mean? They just live their best life
Yeah.
going out and
It's
partying.
it's funny that you said not just for savings account, but I know like 4 people that don't even have fucking bank accounts.
How's that possible?
That's what I said. They get a paper check from their job and then they cash it at fucking Walmart.
Like why? Like what? Like
That's what I'm saying. Yes, I said why, and they were like, "Oh, it's just what I do. I don't use a bank." I was like, "The fuck do you mean you don't use a bank? Like,
how are
is
you
all of
going
your
to be able to buy a car or a home when you have zero credit?
bro, all their money's just out of their pocket as soon as they get it. Like they're like bill, 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 dump." I'm like, "Yo, that's crazy."
Are they
I'm
writing
like,
like
"You
those traveler checks or whatever where you fuck a money order to pay bills and shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you like literally all of my shit is paid online.
that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I really don't, bro." Or
Pay
they
rent
have
with a credit card so we get points.
that, or they'll transfer money. Like they'll have a like, so they'll go to fucking Walmart, cash the check, and then they'll have those like,
Funds
I don't know, like,
transferred to an account. You can do
yeah, it's,
that,
it's
yeah.
like it's not Cash App, but it's like a Cash App, but it's the fucking green dot cards or whatever. And then they'll just use that to pay for whatever. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're just literally going to the bank without going to the bank. You're adding like 3 extra steps between you and a bank. Like, you could have the money direct deposited and been done with this 3 days ago, and then just used your shit for whatever. What the fuck's the problem, man? Like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, just please tell me. Like, if you're a criminal, if you're some type of criminal, tell me
That
so
is
I
the
can
thing.
figure
Like,
out life. But I'm like, bro, you work at like a fucking diner or Sam's Club or whatever. Like you don't do anything crazy. So what do they track it? And you don't get paid in cash. You get a fucking check.
Well, not even tracking, like what, like I'm trying to think even the mindset of like, could you like I've had a bank account since like high school, like since
Yeah, same.
like probably like I don't know, I would say like 18 or like 16, like we'll say 16, 18 range is like when I got my bank account and I got a debit card and I was taught like, and I didn't even get a credit card till I was like 25, but like I was taught like, okay, so like you put money in here, you track it, like you balance your checkbook, you do this. It's just like, how could you go through life and get to like, I'll even say 25 and not have to like have done that.
Dude, trust me, I don't get it. It's crazy. It's literally one of the most. I don't even want to say chaotic because that makes it sound cute and funsy and whimsical. It's one of the most
Irresponsible.
idiotic. Yeah, it's one of those idiotic, irresponsible ways to fucking
You
live your
straight up
life.
get mugged. You're out of money. Like someone steals
Yeah,
my
you
card,
get
they don't
robbed
just
one
get
time.
they don't just get all of my bank account. They actually the bank will prevent those charges from going onto my account. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they'll reverse those charges like ain't no thing. Like someone
Trust me,
just fucking
man.
punches you in the face and takes your fucking cash. It's like nobody's gonna give a shit. They'll be like, "Why'd you do that?" Like,
Right? Yeah, like it's crazy. It's literally just absolutely insane. It blows my mind. I can't function around those people. I'm just like you piss me off because then there's always something else. There's always another fucking key component afterwards that just irks you. You're like, yo, I can't figure out your lifestyle, and I want to know who raised you. I don't get this. I want to meet the people that ruined you,
I don't know, man. Like
taught you how to think this way.
I don't get it. It's the same people who just don't use turn signals. You know what I mean? Just like I don't get it. No, like,
I don't either,
or
and I
fucking
wouldn't.
yield to a yellow light. Like, what are you doing? We can
Go.
all
It
make
just
this left turn. Just keep going.
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't be a bitch. It just turned yellow. You don't have to stop. Nobody's gonna pull you over for that. Nah.
You remember, dude? You remember Gunner, right?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch, bruh. I'm not even fucking with you. There's been so many times that I thought we were gonna die because of yellow lights because this fucking asshole would. We could be on the fucking line, right? You know, like the white line you stop at. We could be there, and the light would go from green to yellow, and he would stomp on his brakes and like stop in the middle of the fucking road. And he'd put it in reverse and go back, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "It's yellow. You can't go. You have to stop on yellow." I was like, "Grow the fuck up! You drive through that shit." I was like,
Dude,
"You don't fucking do that."
that's hilarious.
It took me like 2 years of knowing him to like get him to start driving through fucking yellow lights. I was like, "Bruh, your fucking tires have to have so many bald spots because you legit stomp on the fucking brake." Like, I'm surprised the cop hasn't pulled you over
Thinking
for
you're high
fucking
as
up
shit or
traffic.
something.
Yeah, for any type of DUI situation for what you just did. Like, dude, you just like stopped in the middle of the fucking road. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you see
Not,
shit like that in Houston, except for it's like it's even nuttier, man. Like I've watched
yeah.
people on motorcycles come to a complete stop at a red light, look left, look right at the red light, and just fucking gun it.
Oh
And
yeah, I've seen that shit here too.
and I'm
I've seen a
like,
bunch of people do that. I'm like, nah, dude, I
what are you
can't do it.
doing? And they'll do it in cars too. They'll pull up to
Yeah,
the
they're like,
line, look, and then they, and I'm like,
oh, it's so funny.
yo, what the fuck?
I was on a video chat with somebody showing them the town once, and I was just like, yeah, if I can look at this, like, bam, bam, bam. I was like, oh shit, red light, what, to hang out for a second. And I was like, no, and I literally see the guy creeping forward, and I'm telling you, he's looking left, right, left, right. But he crept halfway through the light, all the way into the intersection, and then finally drove through it. I was like, what the fuck? And like, I have this person under the belief that like people here are just retarded. Like, because who else would do that? Like, drive halfway through the intersection, just creeping, looking left, right, left, right, left,
Yeah,
right,
like where do you gotta
and then
be?
finally take off. Dude, the light changed right as soon as he got in the middle of the intersection and took off. Like, as soon as he actually started going, the light just fucking just flicked, and then I was right behind him again. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Like,
What the fuck even was that? Like, you got me fucked up. That was the silliest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
did you see it all day here? It's insanely funny. Or people like stop at a red light and like people want to turn right in the right lane, but there's somebody stopped there. They get in the left lane, they'll pass in front of the person to turn right.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, yo, you are insane.
You're an accident just waiting to fucking happen.
Yeah, dude, people don't. There's a rule of thumb here, like bumpers on the cars down here are like an accessory to your car. Like you don't you just get them. You have to pay extra for them. You know what I mean? They're special. It's
Honestly, you might as
fucking
well just get
gnarly.
a piece of sheet metal and fucking weld it on there and just start acting crazy.
I'll just fucking make a Mad Max car, and not
That's what I'm
deal with
saying.
this
Just go
shit.
Mad Max at that point. Just say fuck it.
I might as well. It's probably cheaper in the long run. Well, fuck yeah, Ben. I mean, we just like we hammered this. I don't know what the fuck words I was saying. There's like, but get that there.
You were speaking in tongues. You were feeling the Lord for that moment.
Devil's in me. Yeah, that's what it feels like. But yeah, man, this is just another day. You know, it's just another birthday. I hit fucking 30 and I can't believe it. You'll be here in like 3 days, which is gonna be fucking gnarly.
Yep.
I can't believe what hour you're fucking flying in at. You're gonna be fucking.
He's gonna be there late. He's gonna be there
You
Oh,
real late.
land at like 11 or some shit.
11:30.
11:30.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh.
drive up to the airport and I'll just pick you up at the front. I guess we'll figure it out.
Alright.
I mean, you got a cell phone. It's not that far from me.
Yeah.
We gotta get your ass down here too, David. You gotta open
Yeah,
up your
I'll-
restaurant.
I'll roll down. I'll come down.
I've been telling people winter time is probably going to be the greatest time to come down here and avoid the snow.
Yeah,
and
why
just
not?
come
It's
get fucked.
fucking That's what I'm saying. It's winter here. It's warm there. Might as well.
It's going to be gnarly.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
so
fucking
fucking.
great.
I'm so stoked for you to be here. We have so many restaurants to go to. Chelsea literally said to me, she's like, we ate so bad this weekend because like we had like Thai food, then we had like something yesterday, and then a burger for me today, and like cake, and I was like. Yeah, I was like, good thing Adam's visiting. I was like, we'll have like 3 days of healthy eating. And then all of a sudden, we're going to be back to just the shit wagon of just trying new restaurants and stuff. I'm excited.
Oh wow.
Try
That'd
some
be good shit.
Captain Tom's seafood or whatever Johnny kept telling me. Oh my God,
Captain
the greatest conversation. Before we go, the greatest conversation with Johnny. 5 or 6 for Top Golf. I was like, okay, 5. And then like, and mind you, David, this is like a week away. He's scheduling this.
Yeah.
Like 3 hours goes by and he goes, how about 6? I go, I don't fucking care, dude. It's a week away. I don't plan this advance. Like I plan like day of shit.
Yeah, and it's the day before a holiday. Who cares?
Yeah, it's like
Right.
nobody gives a fuck. Like we'll go whatever time. Like we'll go for however long you want. But like I just laughed that he wanted to plan this like a week in advance. I'm like, the fuck is up with you?
It
I
can't.
love you, but Jesus Christ.
It can't hurt though, man. That's the type of shit I deal with the bozos I know, man. You try to make plans the day of, and then somehow you're like, "I'll see you at noon," and you're like, "It's 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
What are we doing?" You're like, "Oh shit! All right, let's get together." You're like, "And do what?"
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, man. No, I just thought it was
Also,
so funny because it was just like, dude, that's a week in advance to well, to just change it by the hour. Like you gave me 2 options. I picked one.
Yeah.
You're like, how about the other one? It's like, why give me 2 options? Just tell me. Like, you've been my friend for how long? You know, I don't fucking make plans. I just go with whatever you guys want, and then or day of, I'm
Yep.
just like, what do you want to do? And then we do
what
it.
you want to do? I'll do it.
Yeah, it's like I don't fucking who plans things? It's just too much work. But anywho, it's just another day with
David.
Adam?
and me, Elliott. I am Elliott, and I am old.
The show has ended. The show